Oh, well, you'll get introduced. Hello and happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk. Today, we're going to talk about all of this stuff back here. Well, maybe not all of it. In some of our other live streams, we've had some people in the comments say that they would love to know what's inside that cabinet. So today, we're going to talk about that a little bit. And you may notice I'm kind of not in the center of the screen here. There's like an empty chair right here because we have hey, Timothy Rainwaters, thanks for joining us. We have a special guest here today. It's the curator of our Disney collection. Lori's schedule at work has changed. Hey, Belle Southern, welcome. So she can join us now on our live stream. Do you want to come in and say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
So we're just going to I got some things out of the cabinet. We can't do everything that's in the cabinet because that would be like an all-day live stream. And we don't want to bump into Resort TV 1.
Hi, Timothy.
So I picked out a few things out of the cabinet, and we'll hold them up and show the camera. And maybe if we can remember, we'll tell you the story of how we got it. But whether we could really remember is anybody's guess because we're like old.
You speak for
So
yourself.
let me get a drink of water here. And Lori, if you want to grab the first thing.
Okay.
This is a surprise that I did for Lori for her birthday. I don't remember what year it was. I called down to Disney and had them have a birthday present delivered to the room. Came in I guess that's a coffee. You could use that as a coffee mug.
Yeah, you can buy them.
And it seems like it had flowers or something in it.
Yep, it was flowers.
Does that say what year it was?
I am looking. I don't think it does. I should have written it down, but I had neglected to
But
do that.
I do manage to surprise her every once in a while.
Right there, 2014.
2014. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
that was
May 9th.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this little tutu thingy was around it on the outside or something, and I just
that's probably like supposed to be a
it was like
dress or something.
It was like up here. Oh, sorry. And then the flowers came out the top or something. I don't really remember. I mean, that was a few years ago, but I just stuffed it right in there with the little pick. Oops. Anyway.
All right, moving on.
The backside. All right.
We will.
Which one?
Set that over out of the way. And I will grab this one because it's kind of heavy. And this is a snow globe. I bought one year for Christmas, I think, for Lori. And I know a lot of people hated this when Disney did it, but it's a snow globe of when the castle was done up like a birthday cake.
And it plays Happy Birthday.
Yeah, it's a music box, and it actually plays Happy Birthday. I don't know whether, it's got glitter in it instead of snow. But I'm one of the few people that kind of thought that the birthday cake was cool. I mean, it was for a celebration. They didn't leave it that way forever. I don't think everything Disney does is cool. Like, I hated the big sorcerer's hat in studios.
MGM.
Yeah, MGM to us. It will always be MGM
Forever
to
MGM.
us.
That's right.
But I thought that was really cool, and I like snow globes. They're fun.
And I think that was probably my first snow globe ever.
Oh, really? I don't realize that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever got one before.
Oh, all right. Well,
There you go.
there you go.
All
All
right.
righty then. Get the,
Hi, Mel. This one?
yeah, that's fine. Last year,
Everybody knows
in
it.
2018,
Buddy.
they, as one of the pass holder things, you could go to Epcot for food and wine. And I think if you went 4 times, you got a cutting board.
And we were at Beach Club, so I just ran over there all the
Yeah,
time.
we walked in there all the time.
Yeah.
So Lori decided to be different. I mean, I got just the cutting board too, obviously, but she decided that she wanted to do something special with hers. So if you turn it around,
Voila.
it's been autographed by Buzz Lightyear.
That was so fun.
She had it in the backpack or something, and decided that we were walking through Toy Story Land because it was the first time seeing Toy Story Land, and I'm going to get an autograph on it because how many people do that?
Yeah, and Buzz did it. It was way fun. All right, there you go.
Alrighty. Hopefully we're still live. It shows people up there. I was going to say it didn't show anybody watching. I was going to be crushed and lonesome, and because the internet doesn't love me. Anyway, forever onward and upward. We're not exactly sure where we got this.
I don't know if there's a year on it or not.
It's going to be 10 years ago because this is the 90th anniversary. Birthday.
Well, yeah.
Ooh, that's going to be real glary.
I'm sorry.
Let me do that.
Okay, you do that.
This is a limited edition set of Pez dispensers that was put out for Mickey's 80th birthday, and it's got 3 different Mickeys. Looks like the middle one here is Steamboat Willie Mickey, and I think this is current day Mickey, and that is after Steamboat Willie, but an older Mickey. And
hi, Jason and Timothy. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Jason. I didn't even see you pop in
and
here.
Ross, I'm sorry. Hi, Ross.
Hey, Ross. Like I said, I don't remember exactly how we got this. We think we may have gotten it as a present from somebody.
Yeah.
But it's in a collector's tin, and we've
never
opened it up. We just decided to keep that as a collector's item.
And let me show the back. And then the back, of course, you guys probably can't read it, but it tells a little story there, and it's just kind of cool, kind of a fun thing. I don't think we have too many collector's things that are like you have to open.
All right.
Anyway.
What else we got to? These next 3 items, there's kind of a story to. We didn't collect these. Our next door neighbor called us up one day knowing that we're Disney nuts. And a friend of hers had an extensive collection of Disney Beanie Babies. And she wanted to know if we wanted them. So, sight unseen, of course, we said, sure.
She said that she wanted them to go to a home of somebody who loved Disney.
Yeah, would appreciate them.
And wouldn't sell them.
Right. So we found ourselves with, close to 100 Beanie Babies.
There's a lot.
And I picked out 3 that are kind of my favorites.
Let's do this one.
Well, I know that this one's probably one of Lori's favorites as she bumps the camera.
Oh, sorry.
And a lot of them are in
Box.
protective cases, so they won't get dusty.
And she spent a fortune on these. She bought them when they would come out. Everybody knows this little guy.
Thorsher Mickey.
Yeah. Sorry about the glare. And then they've got the little, well, that's cute, but they got the little
certificates of authenticity.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's one of them.
I say we've got and you can probably see several of them up here in the cabinet.
Some of them are stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, they're all in different costumes. Some of them are themed to holidays. I have to go get you both in the mold aramas of Disney characters.
Oh, cool. Traveled the whole.
That would be cool,
yeah,
Ross.
Awesome.
That's all we need is more stuff.
And you know what, Bill? I didn't think about this, but we do have in the cabinet one or two for St. Patrick's Day. I should have pulled those out.
I looked for St. Patrick's Day ones and I couldn't find them.
I think they're back down there on the bottom. But anyway, yeah, there were, but should have said something. All right, which one, right or left?
Well, you give me him and you take her because they're
Okay.
kind of a set.
We can do that.
It's kill the glare here.
Yeah.
It's Wedding Mickey and Minnie. Num num num.
We're so silly.
Groom Mickey. These have different tags on them. It's not quite the same tag that's on a lot of
she
them.
didn't get them all from the same place.
Yeah. But they are all especially made for Disney.
Yeah.
I can't remember the company that made all those Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's 3 of our set. And if this proves to be popular, we may have another one of these where we get out different stuff out of the cabinet that you haven't seen yet.
Because we have a lot, maybe not as much as some, but quite.
And some of this stuff I know people have seen because I've posted pictures on Instagram. But we thought it would be fun to do it on a live stream, and that way we could kind of talk about it and try to remember back to when we got it and what the story was and stuff like that.
And this isn't our only cabinet. This is
no,
the only one
we have multiple cabinets.
So this one's kind of, this one I did. I bought this because I just had to have it. Why don't you take that?
Okay.
And this is from the Bradford Exchange, and it's called Friends for All Seasons. And it's, a collectible thing. It came with the little card. And then just it says true togetherness lasts through the seasons, through the years, through time filled with joy and fun. So that's where this one came from.
Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto. They're sitting on a park bench. And
oh yeah,
it even comes with a display stand.
Or you can hang it up.
There is a hook on the back.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick
So
that
there's
back
that.
in here.
Yeah, let's stick that back in there. Oh, Ty Corp made the Beanie Babies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember.
Yep.
They're located in
Illinois.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't realize that, Ross.
I had forgotten that's who did that. Don't worry about it.
Back in there.
Don't
All right.
destroy it.
It's better. It's better now.
Except for we're running out of room on this side.
I need to push some stuff farther away.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Now we have.
I like Legos because basically I'm a 10-year-old. It used to be for every Christmas we would give each other Legos, and I have Legos scattered all over my house.
Now I save them for all the little children that come into our lives.
Yeah. But this one was special because it was Disney Legos. And it's Mickey on a little fire truck, and it looks like he's got a fire axe, and it's got a ladder that goes up and down. And there's a fire. Oh, I didn't realize the fire hose pulls out. Oh, look at that.
How many years have we had this?
How many years have I had that? I never knew that fire
Too
hose
funny.
pulled out of there. Of course, I could probably never get it wrapped back up now.
Sorry, we're trying to read, Ross. I need new glasses. Oh, that's funny.
I'm 11. That's my shoe size. Wait. Yeah, I know how that works, Timothy.
So the Lions Club, they are a proud sponsor of the Lions Club Barbecue. That's cool, Ross.
So anyway, this is one of my Legos, and I think it's probably the only Disney Lego we have.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'd have to look around and see if we get any more. I know I don't have any others. You might have some.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm guessing.
No, you do. I thought you did.
I may have, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
A lot of those boxes have got misplaced over the years.
Hi, Heather. Welcome.
It's Heather.
Watch out, Mickey's getting away.
Mickey's getting the fire truck almost drove off the table.
Oh, thanks for joining.
That's awesome.
Yeah. By the way, I loved your nails today. Those were wonderful. She did.
Yeah, I saw the
see
picture of her fingernails. To me, that seems like an awful lot of work.
Well, she didn't do it. She had somebody do it.
Well, I understand, but it's still a lot of work.
High maintenance.
High maintenance. You're high maintenance, Heather.
Oh, this one was so much fun. And
Oh, yeah, this was a
I
blast.
totally, I mean, you could probably go if you're not.
Wait a minute, it went away.
If you don't drink alcohol, you could probably still go in there and get something else. But just the whole experience is so much fun. So you tell them what this is, Bill.
This is a shrunken zombie was the name of the drink.
Yeah.
And it was
A lot of rum.
on top of rum on top of rum.
Yeah.
I'm a rum drinker. I like rum. But when you order some of the specialty drinks in Trader Sam's, not only do you get the show with all of the
Nice
things that go on.
Yeah. Yeah. Pay attention.
Hubby doesn't have any money because he's retired.
Oh, all right.
If you order one of the specialty drinks, while you don't get the mug that you drink it out of, obviously for sanitary reasons, they come and take your mug back. And when you walk out of the bar, you show your receipt, and that verifies what you had to drink. And they got a whole stack of boxes
in a nice little Trader Sam's bag.
Almost like a gift bag practically.
It's just fun. There's the night we went, there were tons of young people in there.
Yeah, it was packed.
And everybody was really friendly and just having such a good time because they put on a show essentially. With the celebrating the different drinks that people get.
And one thing I never knew until I saw it on somebody's video about Trader Sam's the other day on YouTube, is that the stools at the table we sat at are the stools that used to be in Adventurers Club. And they can hit a switch at the bar and your stool will gradually sink down to the ground.
Which we did.
Yeah, when we were at the Adventurers Club.
Yeah, we're reading. Sorry, Ross. Cool.
Ooh, I want the. Yeah, that's awesome, Ross.
Yeah, we totally should do that.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, Timothy, is you stay retired and make them go back to work and support you in the manner to which you wish to become accustomed.
And now I'm the breadwinner.
That's right. She makes more money than I do. Yeah, it was on Pleasure Island. We'd only managed to go there once before Pleasure Island closed, and it was just
that was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, if you like the comedy club.
It was a whole series. You walk in a bar.
Yeah, it was.
And you have a drink. And we sat at the bar, so we were on the stools that gradually sank as we're sitting there, and we're what's going on? And the whole bar is decorated with things that members of the Society of Adventurers and Explorers have brought back from all over. Words are hard. Brought back from all over the world. And then every once, hey Rob, welcome. Every once in a while, they would take you back out of the bar into another room and put on a little stage show.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was
a lot of fun.
Experience.
Of anything in Pleasure Island, Adventurers Club is what I miss the most.
Yeah. So go to Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Trader Sam's is a hoot.
Yeah.
No, we never made it to the comedy club.
No.
Wanted to, but it just never worked out for some reason.
All right.
Okay, Rob Fuzz will be back.
Latest rare show.
The Mask Room.
Yeah. What's up, brother? Okay. This is Disney, but not from Disney. I think I have 3 of these.
I was just trying to read what was on the back of it.
I thought you were hiding your face. 1996. Sorry. And I think I ordered this from Avon, and back then I might have still been selling some Avon. I really don't remember. But anyway, that's where this one came from. And I don't have a lot of plates, but thanks, Heather. But this is one of 3, and we'll eventually show you the other ones too, so that you can see what they look like. Anyway, this is the back. It just kind of tells about it and says Disney at the bottom. So that's one of many things.
All right. Now this next one I've put on Instagram, and it's when the budget allows. we like to do special things, not just go to the parks and stuff. We've done the Behind the Steam Trains tour,
That
which
was
is
fun.
so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
We got to go back. We rode the inspection loop of the first train of the day, and part of that is we take the train around to the Fantasyland station, and there's a siding over there that you don't really notice unless you know what's there. You can flip a switch, and from the Fantasyland station, then you then back into the roundhouse where they store the trains at night and where they work on them.
Yeah.
And so we went back. We got off the train we were on. They had another engine pulled out, and we got to watch and even climb up into the cab one at a time while they fired it up.
Close and personal with the trains. It's fun.
Steam trains are so cool. It's almost like they're alive.
Yeah. They're breathing.
As the pressure builds and stuff, it's almost like they're breathing.
Yeah.
And then we were allowed to take some pictures of, even though it was backstage.
I hadn't thought about that before. We did, didn't we? And
they said we could, but we weren't allowed to take. We could take pictures of the engine.
Right.
We couldn't focus back towards the roundhouse too much.
Right. I remember.
And then we got back on the train, finished the inspection, drove back up to the station, and got off. They're like a dragon.
Yeah.
Fire-breathing dragon too.
Yeah.
And then after we got off, and all this probably took maybe an hour. We all went and sat down in a corner of the train station with the guide, and he just talked to us for like another hour about Walt and his love of trains and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, another special thing we did, because like a lot of other Disney people, we like to eat. So we did Dining with an Imagineer.
That was a lot of fun.
It was
different.
It was a lunch at the Brown Derby.
Back in a little room.
And it was at a private room called the Bamboo Room at the Brown Derby. And I think it was limited to like about 10 of us.
Yeah, we're not
plus an Imagineer. And he sit and talked about his area of expertise, how he got into working for Disney. And
do you even remember what that was?
What his area?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It wasn't to do with the parks. He was some kind of graphics designer.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
But you could ask him questions, and it's a very good lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Brown Derby is a pretty nice restaurant. But then at the very end of it, everybody that went got one of these. And I don't know if they still give these out or not. But it's a big dining plate.
Yeah.
That the Imagineer personalizes to you and signs.
Right there. Yeah.
It says, William and Lori, thanks for being a part of the magic, with an exclamation point, and the dot of the exclamation point is a Mickey head. And it looks like his name was Kevin something.
Thomas, maybe?
Kevin Tom, maybe.
Maybe Kevin. I don't remember. We also, it seems like, well, I know we did for the train tour, we had these little pins.
Yeah.
Remember they
had
they
in
were
fact,
like
I think I showed the video I did of what's in my pin bag. I think
yeah.
I think I showed that.
Buddy, knock it off.
The dogs are barking.
Yeah. A school bus went down the street, and
the dogs bark if there's
the wind blows.
Anybody alive outside the house and within 5 miles, they say, "Oh, I got to bark at that."
Yeah.
Heidi, I got one more thing to show.
Let's put this back.
Why don't you pull that up here close?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And I don't want to pick this up because it's kind of delicate. So I'm just going to set it here in front of the computer, and I'm going to. That's funny.
What it is? Minnie, look what?
Look.
Oh.
I'm just going to tilt the camera down here for a minute so you can see this one.
I don't know how clear it is.
I don't know how clear that's going to be, but
we've had it a long time.
It's an HO version of the Disney train. And I bought that just because I had to have it. I've only set it up one time and ran it. It's not super well made compared to some HO trains that I've had.
You're right, Heather.
Yeah, I needed it. The rear.
We need a lot of things.
Yeah, the rear wheels on the passenger car.
They're not going round and round anymore.
Have fallen off and gotten broken.
Yeah.
So I just have it as a display. We have another corner cabinet over in the other corner of the living room. And up on the train sits up on top of that, on top of a replica of the train station.
It's really cool.
I think I've posted that on Instagram too.
I'm not sure.
Epcot Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Welcome to the party.
Yay.
Well, you can always go and watch the replay, Bob. I appreciate you joining us.
You missed some of the things in our cabinet, so you'll have to go check them out. And our dog Buddy says hello too.
Yeah, dog Buddy's got to bark and put his 2 cents worth in.
We have one more thing I want to show.
All right, what's that? Oh, well, I would think one more thing is
yes, I'm
Lori's
sorry.
ears.
Yes, these are from Cargo, and I bought them from her because I saw Jenna's on the live stream, and I just had to have a pair.
She needed
a pair. Well, here's the thing, Bill, and I think I put this on Instagram too, but Bill bought me a little zippered pouch that the Cargo had made that was the same print, but in pink and not black. And so I just, I'm sorry.
Absolutely, she didn't need them.
That's right. So anyway, so I bought them and I got them really fast actually, and they're very well made. I've had them on for like an hour and a half now, and they're extremely comfortable. And I wasn't sure when I got them because they're a thick headband. Let me show you. I have to show you, and don't pay attention to my hair. So this is the front, and this is the back. So they're really, really cute. It's kind of a thick headband, which I don't always do real well with, but I have had no problems. These are super, super comfortable, and I absolutely love them. So anyway, yeah, she does do wonderful work, and everybody should support her because she's trying to get to Disney.
Answer a couple
and I
comments.
thought she was going to be here today, but she wasn't. So.
Welcome, Nick. I saw that you popped in. Bob, I don't think we have anything from Epcot. I mean, I've got pins. I've got some pins in my pin collection, but I don't think we have anything collectible from Epcot. That's got to go on the bucket list.
Yeah, we'll be there in October. That we're definitely going to get something from Epcot.
Well, we'll be there.
Yeah, for shame. Right,
we'll be there in October if we can afford it.
No, we're going.
Well, yeah, I guess we have to go because I've already paid for the tickets to the Halloween party. Which, by the way, I mean, I realize there's not, a whole bunch of people in here because, a lot of people, it's Friday afternoon, people are at work.
Work and whatever, yeah.
But
that's right, Heather.
I am Mama says so.
She who must be obeyed.
Who must be obeyed. Yeah, I don't know whether I like having all this competition on the live stream or not.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we are planning on live streaming at least part of the Halloween party. Plans aren't, I don't think, completely locked in, but I'm thinking maybe Joey might be joining us for the Halloween party.
Yeah, those are locked in.
Oh, are they? Joey? All right.
Yep, they will be there. They've got their tickets.
Hashtag Joey Rocks will be at the Halloween party with us.
And Resort TV1 will not be at the party on Friday night, the 12th, or is that the 11th? The 11th. So we'll all be hopefully live streaming with them. So we're all really excited, but Joey is amazing. Joey and Lisa already have their costumes picked out, and Keith will be dressed like Bill. A t-shirt. Yeah, but it's a special t-shirt. Yeah. Does he have a special t-shirt? I'm sitting in. No, he has a Halloween shirt, but not like your shirt. Oh, okay. I don't know whether. Yes, Jason, we have been to Food and Wine several times. Lots of times. That's my favorite. And since we're staying at Epcot this time, we'll be right there. Well, we might be staying at Epcot. I mean, not
Or
Epcot.
Beach Club.
Beach Club.
We'll just stay at Epcot. What the heck?
We're going to stay in Jenna's little place over there in Canada out there. In the
Yeah, there you go. Sitting in the car waiting to pick up Courtney.
Oh, cool. We'll say hi to Courtney and Paula. Oh, yeah. Joey rocks. That's for sure.
So we got, I know she says there's one more thing that we have to show. Donna Jaworski.
Donna, hi.
All right. We haven't talked to you other
Well,
than in chats for
I know.
a couple of months now. How are you doing? Hopefully all of your blisters got better. Yeah, I want to figure out how to stay at Epcot. Yeah, isn't that
Yeah,
the
me
truth?
too. Yeah. We'll all go have a sleepover in Spaceship Earth.
Now, unfortunately, or well, I guess it depends on how you want to look at it. Lori has a new collecting passion.
We miss you too, Don. I can't wait to see you again.
And she stood in line for I don't know how long.
A good half hour.
Yeah, I won't even stand in a half-hour line for a ride, much less this
No,
thing.
there's kind of a little story behind this.
Well, yeah.
There's a
Anyway,
story behind everything.
she's going to start collecting popcorn buckets.
I have several of the little short ones that used to be good at the parties before these got real popular. But
Oh, that would be fun, Ross.
oh yeah, totally. But this, I wanted
Precious
this.
boy.
I wanted this like 2 years ago. I think it was.
Was it that one?
It was. He was dressed differently. He had a different sweater on, but it was the same style.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't buy. I debated and debated and debated because I think too much about things sometimes, and I didn't buy it. And then I got
Excuse me.
home and wished I had. Thank you, Heather. And then when I saw they had it again, only different sweater, I decided I'm getting that. Of course, and that's where the popcorn goes. I've even used it here at home a few times. Put my popcorn in there. And up on top of this cabinet behind this, there's a spot up there where you can put things. I think that's
We're going to
where.
line that full of popcorn
Yeah.
buckets. I can see that coming.
But then the little, what's the little alien one that I didn't get that I wish I'd picked up?
The alien?
The alien.
popcorn
Oh, I'm sorry,
buckets
the
from
alien. Yes.
Toy Story?
I didn't get that one. I wish I had, but it's not that big a deal. So, yeah, to hide and mix. That's true, Timothy.
Actually, I bet they're
Yeah,
going to
so-
have a couple or 2, 3 Star Wars popcorn buckets.
that
this
I will
fall.
have to have. Yes.
Is everybody excited for Galaxy's Edge? I think we are sort of. I'm not excited about the crowds. And I don't understand
He didn't
completely.
want it to open up as soon as it is.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I can understand opening in phases.
Hi, Wishing Mouse. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. I can understand them opening Galaxy's Edge in stages because with what happened in Pandora and what happened in Toy Story Land, they've got to do something to be able to handle the crowds.
That's right.
But I think, especially if people, it's their only chance to go,
Did I
it's
miss
going to be
something?
kind of disappointing
Oh,
that
no.
one of the rides isn't even going to be open. I'm guessing that well, yeah, don't hold your breath, Heather.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a good
Yeah, I expected that, Bob.
one. Yeah, well, that's what we're going to probably do too.
Yeah, I mean, all the other park, although everybody might have the same idea and the other parks will be crowded too. Because I'm thinking that a lot of Galaxy's Edge attendees are, at least initially, are not necessarily going to be Disney people. I think we're going to
Locals?
locals or
Oh, just
not
other
necessarily
people.
local,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's going to be Star Wars guys, Star Wars people that are far more
Right, Heather,
interested.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait 5 years. I don't know.
That may not be enough time.
We'll walk through Galaxy's Edge because
Yeah,
I want to check
yeah.
out the restaurants and
Well, without a fast pass, I'm not waiting in a 5-hour
Right.
line. I mean,
they're just not going to
I
happen.
have patience,
But we'll go to the shops and
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
go to the restaurants.
which is what we did over in Pandora too. The first time we went.
Yeah.
I don't know that we wrote anything the first time, did we? We just walked.
Yeah.
through?
Well, I think we've ridden Navi, I think, that
Oh,
first time.
okay,
Because
okay.
you could get a fast pass.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah. My fault.
Well, I like the meme that went out on Facebook. It showed a picture of the Florida state line, and somebody photoshopped in a Disney cast member holding a sign saying Galaxy's Edge line starts here, because that's probably how crowded it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it, Heather? and when he showed it to me, I said, yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to that as far as long lines are concerned. Yeah. Well, that's okay. I mean, it's exciting. It'll be nice to see it when it's all done. Of course, is anything ever all done at Disney?
Well, no, I mean, Walt used to say that we're older than a lot of our Disney friends. I mean, I grew up watching.
But only chronologically.
Yeah, chronologically. Good point. I grew up watching Walt every Sunday night on TV.
Right, Heather. I agree. Yeah.
Went to Disneyland for the first time in fact, the only time in 1967.
That's funny.
Minnesota State Line. Yeah, it might stretch back that far, Bob.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
And can you imagine how hard reservations are going to be to get for the hotel? I mean, they're saying it's only going to be,
it's limited.
Not very many rooms. And I bet it's going to be really expensive, and they probably won't take my DVC points. Yeah, Wonderful World of Keller. Actually, that was one. They've changed the name 2 or 3 times. It was they changed the name of the show to Disneyland for a while when Disneyland was getting ready to open up. Ross.
Oh, you guys are a hoot.
So, I mean, that's pretty much everything we got out of the cabinet. I guess we can just sit here and talk for a while. If you guys, any questions, anybody want to ask the two of us, I guess we can bare our souls on the interweb.
Yeah. Does everybody like having me here on the live stream?
Well, I don't know if I can stand the competition or not. The question is, I will let you come back and be on live streams if you start to bring in more viewers.
Did you guys hear that? Pass the word around. Yeah, we don't have a lot, but that
girl power.
Yeah, let's go. Absolutely. Thank you, Bob. Oh, I appreciate it, you guys. I know my work schedule changed. A lot of things changed at work, but I work a few hours on Saturday now, and I'm off on Friday and Sunday, which being older and not having children at home, and Bill and I
beg your pardon. I'm a children.
My fault. Ugh, I forgot. I tried to give him more credit there. And, anyway, yeah, so it worked out for me. They pay me for 8 hours and I work 6, and I can work more if I want. So, I mean,
what you do.
Huh?
The other ones.
I'm sorry. I am in flooring, Heather. Well, it started out as flooring. We actually do, we're full service. We do everything from A to Z, and remodeling your home or just putting down, flooring in your home or whatever. And I'm kind of behind the scenes. I don't sell. I work on pricing. I work in the computer system. I price everything. I take care of additions and drops and maintenance. They call me the product manager. So, that's what I do. And
thanks, Jason. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we've had a lot of chemistry for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. We've been together now since 1979.
Yeah, long time.
We're almost as old as Disney World.
Yeah.
I had great chemistry together. Started me thinking, I guess the question is, are we as entertaining as Tim and Jen Tracker?
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Oh, my word. He's a troublemaker. Stir that pot.
Stir the pot. That'd be me. Although we keep it family friendly.
Totally family. We have, who's y'all, what?
What's y'all's location?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Y'all.
What's yours?
We're in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah,
so
thanks, Ross.
We're like 900 miles away from Disney World.
Thanks, Heather.
And
too many miles away from Disney World.
Yeah, too many miles. The plan is
I was just going to bring this up.
That when Lori is old enough to retire, that we want to start snowbirding down there, and that way I can do a lot more Disney video. And a lot more live streaming.
I keep telling him to be patient because we don't have the access to Disney like so many others we watch do.
Yeah, it's hard to be a Disney Channel when you only get there once a year.
Now we do owe everybody a trip to the Disney store because we said we were going to do that around Valentine's Day, and we got sick and just all kinds of things, and it just didn't work out. So we will be making. Oh yeah, I can tell, Jason. Nice. So we're going to do a trip to the Disney store, but they're just limited now. We have, and I know that Ross is aware of this. We do a Indie Disney meet benefiting Give Kids the World, which is a place down in Kissimmee. And we're actually on the committee this year. Or I am. Bill.
I'm just the gopher.
Yeah, he's always been the gopher, but he's a good gopher. Anyway, so that is a really, really fun, beneficial event that we do. It's our first time to that one last year, and I fell in love. And so we're that's something that we'll have footage for, like we did last year. And we may have some surprise visitors there. So if you live close, come join us. It's September 21st, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. Does she go to Disney with you?
I do anything to get away from the Arctic tundra. Trust me.
Oh, dogs, hush up.
Wow, Heather. Yeah, that stinks. I'd like to be closer. I can't. First, years ago, when we first started going to Disney, when I first started going, I wanted to just move down there. But I do like it here in Indiana when it's warm. So we're going to start out snowbirding and see what that does for us. And you never know, we might move down permanently. Just, a lot of things. Minnie just gave them. Oh, that's funny. Every time that.
I understand, Bob.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are, but.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, every time Chloe or Jenna has Chloe on screen, our Chihuahua buddy goes nuts barking at her. But anyway, what were you going to say?
Well, I understand, Heather. I mean, but I can't do that because she won't wait 2 years to go.
Not anymore. Not since we became DVC members. We have to now.
That opens up the subject for a whole other live stream. Is why we're in DVC and how it works and do we like it?
Yeah.
Would we do it again? Would we ever sell?
I think we may get to go twice next year, May and then later.
Maybe it depends.
But it's in the talk stages right now, which is more than it was.
But we don't pay cash anymore, although we did years ago before we got DVC. We use the plastic cash like everybody else does, and hopefully we get the trip paid off before we take the next one.
Yeah,
doesn't always happen, but hopefully.
But it happens a lot more than not.
Once we got into DVC, I mean, we were going about every other year. I think we went 4 years between trips one time, and I thought that was the first time,
93 to 97, and I said never ever again.
Yeah. So, of course, I think I've told this story on Lori before that we talked DVC one day, and I said, well, yeah, a good friend of ours, they were DVC members. And
nice for us.
Recommended their sales agent if we ever wanted to think about it. So I told Lori to call and get me some information.
Well, I did.
And and so I'm at work, and I come home from work, and she says, I ask her no, I didn't even get home from work. It seems like you called me or something and said I had to meet you somewhere. I don't remember how that worked out.
Yeah, I don't remember. We didn't text back then. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was before texting. But I didn't even have a cell phone back then.
No, that's true.
Because I said I would never have a cell phone. I don't want anybody to be able to get a hold of me.
I knew better.
Well, if cell phones weren't so much like a computer, I still wouldn't have them.
I know.
So anyway, I get done with work that day and go home to find out the information that she supposedly called and got, and walk in the house, and she'd already purchased it.
Well, he had to sign, but
all you got to do is sign the papers. We're good to go. And I don't regret it. I mean, the thing about having DVC, I wouldn't recommend it
I know,
unless
right,
somebody's
Heather?
really crazy about going to the parks all the time. Uh, because
Cool, Jason. Which part?
it locks you into going there.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. You can use those points and go other places.
Oh yeah, totally.
But you go to Disney because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So I can't really complain. I mean, we pretty much average once a year.
It's not very often we miss a year.
We've gone twice a year, couple of times, and I know she really wants to start doing that because the way it works out is we always would buy an annual pass when we would go in December. We'd always buy an annual pass in a December trip. And then that way we got that trip on the annual pass. And then if we went next year, in the spring, we always would go the week of her birthday, usually, which is May 10th. And so that would be another trip. And then we would, instead of waiting to December to go again, we would go in November, catch Food and Wine. And that way you're getting 3 trips and we go for a week at a time.
Yeah. So when we do a trip like that, we've got Flower and Garden in there. We've got Food and Wine in there. And then we've got the holidays, Christmas time.
So we got the whole thing
all
covered.
The big thing. Of course, now they have festivals.
Yeah. I mean, Epcot is pretty much festival city.
Now, when we're wintering down there, that might change because we'll already be there and we won't go in the summertime. So as far as,
yeah, it's hard to say.
I don't know. We're not there yet.
Yeah. I mean, that's a day or two away.
That's a goal. That's a goal for me.
Well, I think we need to wrap this up. We've been rattling on now for a little over 45 minutes. Hopefully we've been entertaining. I hope all you guys had a good time. Thanks for joining us.
I did. Thanks for having me.
I seems like I recognize everybody. I think you're all probably subscribed. If you're not following me on all of the social media, as Jenna says, I'm Bill's Odds and Ends. Pretty much every Instagram and Twitter for
You're
sure.
welcome, Heather. I'm Lori's Bits and Pieces.
Lori's Bits and Pieces. Everybody that knows us from the Resort TV One chat would recognize.
And we
Lori's
would not
Bits and
be
Pieces.
doing any of this without them. They started it for us. Josh was so supportive and really was persuasive.
Yeah.
In a not pushy way, but I guess he knew we kind of had a thing there, and we're not the most popular on YouTube, but
while I would never solicit
thanks, Bob.
tips or donations, if somebody ever wants to make a donation, paypal.me.billsoddsandends, you can. Never required, always would be appreciated. So anyway, I guess we need to end this. We get off and have some dinner before Resort TV One gets ready to start. And the same way we do things on all of my videos. This has been an odd production. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.